Hey,
Hey!
welcome to my abode.
What?
Yeah,
What am I doing here?
you're in my office.
I've never been here before, and for those of you who are just listening, we're in Craig's office. I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah, it might sound like you might be able to hear it. Like, listen to the way my voice bounces off of the objects.
Oh, yeah. My voice is bouncing off into the Spider-Verse right now.
Yeah, it is. There's a poster of a still frame of Into the Spider-Verse right behind the camera.
Bam! Right over there.
Should I pick up the camera and move it? I can do that.
I don't see how you do something like that.
I'm going to do it.
What?
Yeah.
What? This is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Is this for the people who are listening or the ones who are watching?
No, that's a really stupid question because the people who are listening can't see it.
Wow.
So.
Well, let me just be the first to say, good morning, everybody, and welcome to a little show called Two Guys.
I'm talking about lettuce.
It's talking about lettuce. I'm Greg Benson.
Lettuce.
Hi, I'm Craig Benzine.
I'm talking about lettuce.
And
Benzene rhymes with
Lettuce.
sort of, but it's
talking
different
about
syllable count.
lettuce.
Yeah. Benzene has more
Talking
syllables.
about lettuce. I'm talking about lettuce.
Magazine.
I guess-
Magazine.
Benzene. It just depends on what you count.
Yeah, it depends on whether you're counting syllables or not. Yeah.
I don't know. Listen, everybody, let's just agree to disagree on this one.
Okay. No, I'm not even going to agree with that. I mean, I guess I do agree that we disagree.
Let's
Yeah.
disagree to agree. Can we just do that?
It's impossible. But listen, Greg,
Yes, that's me. I'm Greg.
what are you doing here?
Well, I'm visiting my friend Craig Benzina, which is a friend of mine with 6 syllables.
That's a lot of syllables.
Yeah, it's a whole lot of syllables.
Yeah.
And
Sounds Italian. Craig
Craig
Benzine.
Benzina. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you some pasta.
Yeah.
By the way, can I make you some pasta?
Sure.
Great.
That'd be great.
I'll do
Yeah.
that later.
Okay.
And apparently there's a thing coming up this weekend. I didn't even plan on this. It's called FolksCon.
Yeah.
And so, just so you guys know, when we recorded this just a few days before FolksCon.
Yeah.
That's the beer and board games convention where
Yes.
they have apparently, from what I understand, about 100,000 people show up
Yes,
from all over the world.
The YouTube channel Blame Society.
Blame Society Films.
Blame Society Films. They've been a YouTube channel since way back in the beginning.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. You do? You remember?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to watch. They had a show called Darth Vader, which is all about Darth Vader.
No,
and
it's
then-
Chad Vader. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And they had other things.
Yes. Very specific.
I've done more collaborations, I think, on YouTube videos with Blame Society Films than any other channel.
Wow. I feel I'm slightly jealous.
Well, I mean, I've asked you if I could be in a lot of your videos, and you always go like, there's nothing for you to do in this one, Greg. Sorry.
Yeah. Also, you live thousands of miles away from
Yeah,
me.
but that doesn't matter. I mean, they live in
Yeah.
the same city that you do, and I'm just saying.
Oh.
I've made the effort, and they've made the effort.
That's true. Anyway, yes, Blame Society lives in the same city, and they do a thing called FolksCon. Mm-hmm. And you are here for that, and also to visit me, I imagine.
Oh yeah, I like visiting you. I'm visiting
Yeah.
you right now. I'm
Yeah.
having a great time.
Yeah,
We ate a Honduran breakfast this morning, you guys.
we did. Yeah.
Honduran food
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Everyone knows I live in Honduras, so
You live in the Honduran part of town, obviously, because
Yeah.
it wasn't far.
yeah, that's true.
I'm just giving your location away right now.
Oh my God, thank you. Thanks a lot. So what top 20 favorite things you've done here so far?
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
top 20 favorite things I've done. Number 1, land. I love when the plane landed.
Yeah.
You know, because I felt safe. Once the plane landed and kind of ground to a halt,
Yeah.
with that screeching noise that planes do, poof,
wait a second.
then I feel safe.
Wait a second. I don't know that it usually screeches, and also it doesn't end on a poof, like you hit something.
That's the sound of it
Yeah.
breaking through the glass where everybody's waiting and watching the flight. That's the sound of the nose of the plane hitting the glass of the airport.
I did not notice that. I was actually parked next to the airport, and I watched your plane land.
Poof.
No.
Squish.
No. Maybe
And all the glass
maybe
comes
that
down.
happened in Dallas on your layover, but no, that was not.
I'm pretty
no.
sure I saw it in the movie Airplane.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so we're talking about the movie Airplane?
I never realized when you're doing this podcast how much your voice projects. It's almost like you're yelling at me.
Yeah, well, I think I'm talking louder now because the microphone's further away.
Is this a competition? Do we have to see who can talk?
No.
I'm going to get up here. Is this good?
No.
Is it good like this, guys?
I think I'm instinctively talking louder because the microphone's further away. I'm sitting at that desk over there.
Yeah.
With a microphone right next to me.
Oh, man.
Right next to my face.
Okay. So how's this sound, you guys? Do you enjoy the special sound of this episode of the two gentlemen of Verona talking about lettuce?
It's called Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And
I'm pretty sure the Shakespearean play was called Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Talking about lettuce? Or
no, I don't know. Okay. I can't keep up.
Well, this microphone's great. Even if we're far away, it'll be fine.
Man.
And we might get a little more room reverberation in our voices, but it will be fine.
No, it's going to be great. I think we should do all of the episodes here in your office from now on with this microphone.
Okay, so you're going to fly here like once a week?
No, I just mean once I leave, we're done doing episodes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So
these are our last 2 or 3 or 4 episodes. However many we do this week.
Okay.
This is going to be the end, unless we change our minds and do more later, guys.
Okay, so basically you're not saying anything. Then
I don't want to commit to anything because I don't want to disappoint anyone. If we don't follow through with what, that's why I always never really commit. To anything.
You didn't even commit to that statement. You said you always never commit.
I always never really commit, sort of, sometimes.
Yeah.
Every time.
Greg.
Yeah.
I'm amazed you've held together a marriage. I'm amazed.
That's the one thing that I commit to.
Marriage?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Shout out to what's her name?
Which one? The first or the second wife?
Which one do you want to shout out? I think
I'm gonna go ahead and shout out to my second wife.
Okay.
Kim. Shout out to Kim.
Yeah, that's probably a better one to shout out.
She's the better one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
Oh, Greg.
I think something happened to your Rubik's Cube. I think it's broken.
Yeah. Okay, this is Greg handed me, for those listening, this is a podcast after all.
Yeah.
This is a special kind of Rubik's Cube.
Wow.
It's just got different shapes. I don't know how to solve this one.
Yeah, do you want me to take this to Charlie and give it to him as a gift?
You're just going to take my Rubik's Cube?
No. You can offer it to me to take it to Charlie as a gift.
I think Ada might. She enjoys playing with this sometimes.
Okay, yeah, but she won't know it's gone.
She won't?
No. She'll be like, hey, where's the Rubik's Cube? And you go like, oh, here it is, sweetie. Here it is.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, oh, yay.
I'll hand her a little iPhone charger adapter.
Yay.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yay. Oh, I solved it.
Yeah, you think? You must think my daughter's pretty dim, huh?
Look, young people, they don't know as much as grown-up people.
That's true.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. And you know what I've discovered? I know more as a 40-something than I did as a 20-something.
Oh, it's so true. But as a 20-something, you think that you know more than 40-somethings, don't you?
Yes, you do. I absolutely did. And as a 30-something, I knew more than a 20-something. Like, as you get older, the dumber your 20-something looks to you.
Yeah, you realize that wisdom comes with age.
Yeah, you realize...
But not always. It depends. I'm sure we've all met some people who have lived some years. Yeah. Don't have a whole lot of wisdom.
That's true. There are a lot of dumber old people.
Yeah. Shout out to all the dumb old people listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
You know who we're talking about.
But I bet they're smarter than they were when they were younger.
I don't know. I mean, dementia seems to chip away at a lot of that stuff.
Okay, if we're talking dementia, that's a little different. Yeah. That's a little different.
Weren't we the whole time? Weren't we talking about dementia?
No. We were just talking about getting older and gaining experience.
Gaming experience?
No, gaining.
Oh, okay, all right. Because I was thinking, like, if you play more games, then you.
Yeah, and there's also like experience points in RPG video games.
Listen, I feel like we're burying the lead, and we're not giving our listeners what they expect when we mention something like we ate a Honduran breakfast.
Okay.
They probably are thinking, "Ooh, tell me more about the Honduran breakfast. What sorts of foods are in that Honduran breakfast?"
Oh, that's what you think they're all thinking right now.
I would imagine. I imagine that you can't just say, "Hey, we ate Honduran breakfast this morning," and people are like, "Oh yeah, cool, Honduran breakfast, sure."
Okay.
I would think that they're like, "Huh, Honduran breakfast. That sounds fascinating. Tell me more."
Oh, like you've never glossed over stuff in this podcast before and just moved on.
God, that was loud. It was so loud. I feel like I've lost hearing in my right ear.
Wow.
And it was directed right toward my ear.
You know, it might
be really loud. I mean, maybe I'm just more. Maybe my hearing is much more sensitive than yours.
It could be. I think maybe I talk louder instinctively here because this is where I shoot most of my videos. So I'm like in wheezy waiter mode. Hey, gotta talk loud.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever told you this before, but sometimes when we get together, in fact, I believe it was this morning. Last time it happened was this morning while we were having our Honduran breakfast.
Sure.
Sometimes I'm hanging out with you and you say something. And the first thing that I think was, that sounds like Wheezy Waiter.
Oh, yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out he is very much like me.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah, sometimes I just think that. That sounded just like Wheezy Waiter. Yeah. And then I look over and the guy who said it was Wheezy Waiter.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow. Sometimes I hear you speak.
Yep.
So the Honduran breakfast.
This is why I can't go to breakfast with Jack Nicholson, because everything he says, I'm like, God, he delivered that line exactly like Jack Nicholson would say.
Is that why you've refused the opportunity to go to dinner with?
That's why I stopped. That's why I stopped going to breakfast with Jack Nicholson.
Why did you go to breakfast?
Because he's like, I think I'll have the pancakes. And I'm like, oh my God, that sounded just like and then I look over and there's Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And he's like, got his eyebrows raised.
I think I'll have the pancakes. Yeah.
Can I get one egg on the side?
You do a lot of head bobble when you do.
Because that's what he does.
Get one egg on the side.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Hair back.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. So I cannot have breakfast with Jack Nicholson.
Well, why were you having breakfast with Jack Nicholson?
Listen, guys got to eat, We all get hungry. He's just a person. He's just a human being. Everybody, it's a kind of a ridiculous thing to even ask.
I didn't ask.
It's because
I didn't.
Everybody's got to eat.
I didn't ask why does Jack Nicholson.
If he skips breakfast, perhaps that would be fine. If he just goes right to lunch.
Why does Jack Nicholson eat breakfast? I asked why did you eat breakfast?
Well, because I'm a person also. I also need to eat.
I didn't
this
ask.
This is a ridiculous.
I didn't ask why do you eat breakfast. I asked why do you eat breakfast with Jack Nicholson.
Look,
see the with part.
I didn't come all the way here to argue with you.
Sure.
Okay, I came here to eat a Honduran breakfast.
Is that why you came?
Which, by the way, was delicious, and we should tell them more about that.
Okay, sure.
But also to argue with you.
Oh, right.
That's the other reason I came here with you.
Wait, what was it? When you just quoted Jack Nicholson, I felt like that would have been a good title for this episode, and I don't remember what it was. Something about pancakes.
Yeah, I think I'll have the pancakes.
I think I'll have the pancakes. That's the name of this episode.
Great.
Okay. Honduran breakfast. Tell us what's in the Honduran breakfast.
Or is it Jack Nicholson will have the pancakes?
Jack Nicholson will have the pancakes.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
This is great.
This is so good. We decided a thing. So, I
love it. I love it.
Yes.
I just love it.
So.
Yes, sir. I just worked with a director. I was just directed this past week. Yeah. Working 2 days with a director who has also directed Jack Nicholson.
Yes, you did. Can you say who? Did we talk about it already?
I don't think I can say who because I think that Alexander Payne might wish for me not to just name drop him.
Okay.
Out of the blue for no reason.
You mean Alexander Payne, director of Election and About Schmidt,
and About Schmidt, starring
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, just out of coincidence.
The Holdovers, Sideways.
Yep. All those movies. Citizen Ruth.
Yeah, you can't mention him.
No.
Okay, well, we won't mention him.
But I will say that I was directed this past week for a couple days by Alexander Payne, the director.
So exactly what you said you weren't going to say, but you also...
And let me just say this.
Yeah.
He could not have been sweeter. He couldn't have been funnier. Just he was such an awesome...
He tried to be sweeter and funnier, and he could not.
Couldn't do it. No, but he was such a great guy that I was just like, I just want to be friends with you. I just want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
But he's much too busy for that.
He didn't hang out with you.
He hung out with me while we were shooting.
Sure. Yeah.
The guy loves classic films. We talked a lot about
classic movies. So you shot a commercial,
movies.
Right? Can you say what the commercial was?
I can't say anymore. I can't say anymore. I am not supposed to say anymore.
Okay.
But it's coming to your television machines in November.
You can just say television. It's just...
Well, yeah, what's the machine?
Yeah.
But the television's on the machine.
Would it also be
The
like
television
on the
machine.
internet as well, and like internet ads?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't know. What's that on the TV?
It can
A lot
be.
of people watch the internet machine on their television machine.
Yeah. Wait, no, the internet machine. What's an internet machine?
I'm 73 years old. I don't know a lot about technology.
No.
I get lost in all these newfangled gadgets.
How old are you for real?
How old am I for real?
Yeah. Is that rude of me to ask?
That's one of these. It constantly changes.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Every single year it's a different age. So
Yeah.
I never know how to answer that.
It just goes up by 1.
13. That was true.
Yeah.
That was true.
Yeah.
13. I'm 13 years old.
You did just make a once true statement. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you did.
I'm 13 years old.
No longer true.
So excited about my bar mitzvah next week.
No longer true. Truth
I just want to see how this works.
Okay.
So this turns like that.
Yeah. Sure.
Look at that. And then you can stop it halfway through, and then you've got this weird shape.
Yeah.
Keep going. It becomes a square again.
Yeah. I think this part is almost better if you're listening instead of watching.
Yeah.
Because like, what is it? What shape is it? The mystery,
Yeah. No, this is amazing. This is like the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God, that's overselling it for sure.
No, I've never seen anything quite so amazing.
Okay.
This is great. Wait a minute.
What? Tell me about that Honduran breakfast, Greg.
Oh my God. Okay, so we went and ate some Honduran breakfast this guy.
Did we mention that? Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
And let me just say this.
Mm-hmm. So he said this, and the breakfast, it's very good. It comes with fried plantains. There's a sauce, a Honduran sauce of some kind.
Yep.
And
it's called Honduran sauce.
That's
what they call it.
Cheese blocks, these like cheese rectangles.
Yep, little blocks of cheese.
Some nice thinly sliced chicken, and was there something
grilled,
else? Some beans,
pounded and grilled.
Yeah,
they pound that chicken.
Sure.
Really good black beans, like very flavorful black beans.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go to a place, you get some black beans or whatever. They don't add anything to them. And you're like, well, these aren't good.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these have been all flavorized. I think that's what they call it.
At this same place, I get breakfast tacos, and
they look terrific.
They're like my favorite breakfast tacos.
Yeah, they look really excellent.
So I'm glad you had a good breakfast. So we're doing your top 20 things so far. One of them was landing the plane.
Yep, landing the plane.
Yeah.
The second was when the plane taxied. I thought that was pretty cool because we went.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're really starting early on the trip here.
The third thing that was my favorite was when the plane approached the gate.
Okay, a lot of plane-oriented things here.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fourth favorite thing.
What was so great about that?
When the plane reached the gate.
What was so great about all these things?
Anticipation.
Okay.
The anticipation.
Sure. Okay, they're all kind of one thing.
When the plane reached the gate, I thought was really awesome. The fifth favorite thing.
I feel like we can lump all this into the plane arrived.
No,
I think we can.
No.
Okay.
No, because I want to get specific about the things that these are all the top 20 things.
Okay. All right. Sure.
Fifth favorite thing, when they brought over the thing which attaches to the plane.
Sure.
And then it kind of covers up.
This reminds me of like comparing a movie to like a series on Netflix where they just take the same length of story and
drag it out.
Yeah.
Sixth favorite thing.
Okay, my God.
When they opened that door of the plane, that I was like, oh my God, this is my sixth favorite thing that's happened to me. Yeah, I said this is my sixth favorite thing that's happened to me in Madison so far.
Well, why?
Because it's just so exciting. Because you're like, oh my God.
It was really just the next thing that happened.
It's going to be time to get off the plane. So again, it all goes back to anticipation.
It's weird how they went in order. Like where like it was sixth favorite. So the first thing you mentioned was your first number one favorite thing.
Yeah.
Was landing.
Yeah.
So we're going.
But wait.
Yeah. Okay.
But wait a minute. You might be surprised.
Okay.
Seventh favorite thing.
Yeah.
When I got to walk out to your car.
Okay. Sure. Why am I surprised by that?
Because the eighth favorite thing is when people started to deplane the plane.
So you really liked walking out to the car.
Yeah.
A little more than that.
Yeah.
Why was that better?
Well, because when people start to deplane, they just take their time. And let me tell you something. there were so many white people on this plane.
Yeah.
And I was like, when are all these white people going to get off the plane?
Okay, why are you singling out their race? Why are you?
Because they were all white people. And I'm like, do they allow people of color in Madison? Is the first thing that I've asked myself. And I will tell you, the entire time I've been here, we went to get burgers, we got a drink in a bar yesterday, we did all sorts of things, we walked around a lake. I have not seen a single person of color. I've only seen white people.
Wow.
And I don't know if you realize that you're living in white people town.
That might be kind of true, but we did see non-white people.
I did not see any non-white people.
Okay.
Even when you dropped your daughter off at school today, there were no non-white people there. They were all white people. Well, hang on. Yeah, I'm only on number 8. So number 8 was when they started to deplane. Number 9 is when they continued to deplane. That was my 9th favorite thing.
Yeah.
The 10th favorite thing is when I got to open up the overhead bin. That was really exciting.
Okay.
11th favorite thing is when I got to locate my bag within that bin.
This is the worst list I have ever heard.
You asked me for my top 20 things. 12th favorite thing when I grabbed my overhead bin bag. I grabbed it.
Sure.
But the 13th favorite thing was when I pulled down my bag from the overhead bin. That was pretty great.
Greg, this is terrible. But before you move on, I think I know what your next favorite thing is.
14th favorite thing when we got ice cream.
No. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Getting ice cream.
We got ice cream last night.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
But no, your 15th favorite thing is now it's time for the Patreon only section.
Starting in 3 minutes.
Starting in I don't know, when do you usually start it?
Well, you're about 3 minutes early.
When do you usually start it?
About 22, 23 minutes into it.
Huh. I assumed it was like somewhere around 21.
No.
But
no, let's wait about 3 minutes.
Okay, let's wait in about 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay.
15th favorite thing when I deplaned.
Okay.
And I got to go down the aisle.
Sure.
But the 16th
Greg,
favorite thing is when I stepped off.
I don't want to talk about
You asked me for my 20 favorite things, and I'm trying to get them done before the break.
What about the walk we went on? What about the...
That was the 17th favorite thing. The walk we had this morning, my 17th favorite thing.
We went to the lake.
18th favorite thing is when I got to walk up that ramp, which leads you from the plane to the airport.
Yeah. Okay.
18th favorite thing, or 19th favorite thing, I think we're on now.
Leads you to the plane?
Yeah, and it leads you away from the plane to the airport.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And the 19th favorite thing is walking through the airport.
Sure.
And then the 20th favorite
horrible
thing
content
is when we got to do this podcast. Next time, maybe don't ask me for my top 20 things because you know I'm going to answer your question.
Yeah, well, I assumed you would answer the question honestly. And
it was honestly.
No one loves the plane stuff. The details of the plane.
I beg your pardon. I think that all of our Patreon people are going to be leaving comments about how their favorite part of this was all the plane content.
Yeah. But it's not just that you love the plane stuff, it's that you love the specific, you single out specific details. It's like if like top 5 favorite things about brushing your teeth. You're like, when I go this way, when I go this way, it's number 2.
You know what? I do like going this way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a number 2 in the middle of it? That's weird.
No.
One time Charlie was sitting. He said he needed to poop, but he was brushing his teeth, and he went over to the toilet. I'm like, no, buddy, you have to stop brushing your teeth. He's like, oh, I was just gonna brush my teeth on the toilet. I went, no, don't do that. Don't, no.
Well, he could.
No, don't, no. The twain shall not meet.
I mean, he could. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. I don't want pooping while brushing.
Well,
teeth
I wouldn't want to be over the sink when I'm brushing my teeth because it could dribble down. You know.
Yeah, well, that's true. Same with the poop. I could dribble down.
Yeah, that's why I poop over the sink as well.
Okay, I wondered what that was in the sink.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now it's time for the Patreon-only bonus section. Oh, man, we made it. This is so exciting.
Whew.
Here we go, folks.
Okay.
This portion of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce has been edited out for your listening inconvenience. If you wish to hear the complete, unedited version with the bonus talking, be sure to visit patreon.com/Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. And now, back to the edited, not as good version of the podcast.
that's the end of the Patreon bonus section.
Turtle. Oh, sorry.
We got close to the camera there.
I was trying to get you to say
turtle.
Different words.
You want me to say turtle?
Yeah, different words as I say it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you're able to predict what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Did you know what I was gonna say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's gonna say predict what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But he's gonna say it weird. I'm like, yeah. He's gonna say that weird. Yeah. I bet I know what you're gonna say next.
Do you? You knew I was gonna say that?
He's gonna say do ya. You know, not a lot of people know this, but the song "Do Ya" by ELO.
Yeah.
Do you want my love? It was originally recorded by Jeff Lynne's earlier band, The Move, and both versions are excellent. That's a little music trivia for you guys. You get to get on your Spotify or your YouTube video music machine and play both versions of "Do Ya" by ELO and The Move, and then you get to decide which one you like the best.
Great. That's great. Greg, you left out a pretty cool part of your trip.
Oh yeah, what's that?
On your stupid list.
I can't believe that you would ask me for a list and then call it stupid. In fact, you called it stupid twice. I got two stupids.
Yeah, you did.
All right, what did I leave out? What did I leave out?
You played VR.
I did, and I will say this. I have never enjoyed any VR before. This one was totally cool.
Yeah, you did it.
Yeah, and I think it was all the naked ladies that made it so special. I didn't know that you could do VR porn like that.
No, that's not what we did. No.
Well, I could feel something. I could feel something move.
Well, you might have had a dream or something, because that had nothing to do with what we were doing.
I felt something.
Well, great. That's great, Greg. That's great.
I don't know what it was, but if it wasn't VR porn, then
well, it was a game called Moss. You controlled the little mouse.
Right, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I get them confused. Have any of you played that? Go ahead and leave a comment right here at vimeo.com/vimeo.org.
That was two websites. That was a .com and a .org in one URL.
Yeah.
And it was just Vimeo. It was,
just go to url.com/vimeo.org.
Yeah. I doubt there's a .org and a .com in one URL. I just doubt that. I don't think I've ever seen that.
You're not going to the right websites.
Okay.
You're just not going to the right places.
You should show me the internet sometime.
I do love the internet. It is great.
Yeah?
It's got a lot of stuff.
Okay, top 20 favorite things on the internet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, don't do this. You can't do this. You cannot do it. Haven't you learned a thing?
That's right. I don't know why you feel like you need to answer. You don't always answer. You don't always listen to what I say.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I listen to that, though.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know why? Because I'm in your house, and I feel like it would be rude to ignore you when I'm in your own home.
You do seem a bit more agreeable right now. I feel like you're in guest mode.
No, I'm not.
Okay, there it is. There it is. I like it.
Yeah. And the only reason why I did that was because I felt like you were setting me up for it. But the truth is, yes, I am.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm in guest mode.
What does it take to be a good guest?
Well, you know how they say, don't shit the bed?
Yeah, I don't think they
take that literally. Yeah. You should, as a guest in someone's home, you should take that expression literally.
I think that's a pretty obvious one.
Don't shit the bed.
That's a pretty obvious one, but that's not usually what they mean when they say that. Yeah.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Don't shit where you eat.
Yeah. Yeah, they say that as well, but that's not really that doesn't apply here.
Yeah. And then you know the old adage, never shit on your friends while they're sleeping?
No, I don't know that adage.
Well, it's
good advice.
It is true.
Yeah.
And it's true. If you do, you will never be invited back.
Yeah.
Can you just imagine how shocking that would be? It would be shocking. It would smell horrible. Sure, it would feel warm for a moment.
No, I don't think I would be focused on the warmth.
The warmth? Like let's say you're sleeping outside. We're camping, right?
Yeah.
We're out. I visited you in like December. We decided to camp in your front yard, right by the street.
Okay.
No. The car's driving by. It's very cold. Your face is really cold, in the middle of the night, I decide to take a shit on your face.
Okay.
For the first moment, you might be, warmth. Finally, some warmth.
Wait, I'll be asleep?
Yeah, you'll be asleep, but you'll feel the warmth first, I think.
I think I would, I'd probably feel like a plot. I'd feel like some sort of, I don't know that I would, I don't know my first reaction. If anything suddenly hits me in the head, I don't think my first reaction would be, the temperature. Oh, yeah. I don't think so.
I don't know. I mean, you never know till you try. My parents always said, don't knock it till you've tried it. That's an expression.
I am going to knock this. Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Never tried it. Never going to.
I feel like you have to be open to new experiences. And this is a little advice for all of you.
Yeah.
Always be open to new experiences.
But not all experiences. No.
Never be open to all experiences. That's another thing that I've said.
You said that?
I said that a couple times.
Never be open to all experiences.
Never be open to all experiences. You have to limit your experiences.
Be open to new experiences, but not all new experiences.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if someone says, hey, do you want to try that new Honduran restaurant for breakfast? Feel free to say no, because you don't have to be open to all new experiences.
Sure, but that seems like a harmless one. I mean, I guess if you're a picky eater, maybe
or maybe you're
tread lightly.
Maybe you're allergic to Honduran food.
Seems like a broad group of food to be allergic to.
Well, there were eggs in it, and eggs are one of the most common allergens. I mean, a lot of people are allergic to eggs. Can't have eggs.
Yeah, did we forget to mention eggs when we mentioned the
I think we did. There were eggs in the Honduran breakfast.
Yeah,
and,
you could just...
and avocado slices.
Yes, you could just
And sauces, like a spicy sauce.
You could just say no eggs, and I think if eggs were a problem...
Well, then you're not really eating the Honduran breakfast, are you?
Yeah.
It's like going to...
It's like
going to McDonald's to get an Egg McMuffin. You're like, you know what I feel like? I feel like trying an Egg McMuffin. Hold the muffin.
Well,
and then be like, sir, we're just going to give you an egg with cheese on it. And you're like, I know.
I feel like that would still taste similar.
And you know what?
Yeah.
No egg. No muffin, no egg. Sir, that's just the melted cheese. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hand me the melted
you know
cheese
what? I'm lactose intolerant, so do you have any non-lactose cheese? That would be great. Mm-hmm. But the sauce, you'd still have the Honduran sauce without the egg.
By the way, speaking of McDonald's, is the ice cream machine working?
I don't know.
Okay, we should probably find that out.
Yeah.
I hate to waste a trip to McDonald's, especially if all you want is their ice cream.
Yeah, even though I took you to a better ice cream place.
You did, but can I just say that really the only thing I like at McDonald's is the ice cream.
Sure.
And here's what I discovered. If you go to McDonald's, and this is actually true, you go to McDonald's, you go through the drive-thru, and you go like, 2 ice creams, please, because let's say you have your son Charlie with you. So if you and your son Charlie go to McDonald's...
What if you have a different child with a different name?
You don't.
Okay,
anyway, so you and your son Charlie go through the drive-thru. 2 ice creams, please, and they say, "Oh, sorry, our ice cream machine is broken." If you say, "Hang on a second, I just called like 10 minutes ago and asked if the ice cream machine was working, and the person on the phone said yes, and so we drove here just for that," then they'll go, "Oh, okay," and then they get your ice cream.
Oh, is that what happens?
Yes. Because they say the ice cream machine is broken when it's too busy and they don't want to get ice cream.
Wow.
But if you just say you just called and they said yes and that's why you drove down there, then they'll go, yes sir, I'll get your ice cream.
Can that apply to like anything? I just called and you said you would do
absolutely,
that?
Absolutely. Like let's say you're like at some VIP event. Like let's just say the Oscars.
Okay.
You know, and you want to go into the Oscars.
That seems like a very high, very VIP.
And you want to sit in the front row at the Oscars.
Yeah. It seems
so you
difficult.
Go in and they're like, "Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Where are your tickets?" And you say, "Oh, I just called and they said I didn't need tickets." Then they let you in.
Wow.
They ask Mr. Nicholson to move out of your seats.
Jack again. Jack Nicholson.
He's right. He's always there in the front row.
Huh. Okay. Is he eating pancakes?
Excuse me. No. But when he gets up, he's like, "Well, I guess I'll go have the pancakes."
Okay.
And then he leaves.
Yeah.
You sit down in his seat. Chris Rock.
Jack Nicholson doesn't know what to do. He just has to go get pancakes.
Chris Rock comes out. You go up and slap him.
Wow.
If there's one thing that I've learned from experience, You do not get in any trouble whatsoever when you slap Chris Rock live on television.
Yeah.
No one asks you to leave the venue, and there are no repercussions of any sort.
I feel like that that requires you to be very famous. And
I don't know, man. I just saw one guy do it, and if one guy can do it, then everybody can do it.
No, that happened to be Will Smith. It happened to be a very famous guy.
Okay.
Very famous.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. If
Someone who's made millions of dollars for himself and for Hollywood.
Guys, trust me.
Yeah.
If you ever see Chris Rock, go ahead and slap him. You're not going to get in any sort of trouble at all.
That's not... You will get in trouble. You will. Yeah.
That one guy didn't.
Yeah. Anyone of Will Smith caliber?
You said Will Smith.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I heard you say Will Smith.
Oh, my God. Yeah, so if anyone of Will...
Hey, Craig, who's Will Smith?
Oh, okay.
Who's this Will Smith?
What is that impression? Are you being like Jiminy Glick or something?
I don't know. I was just enjoying the moment.
Yeah, so...
So you tell me about Will Smith.
I'm going out on a limb here, and I don't think anyone listening is of Will Smith caliber fame.
Okay, well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Who then?
You never know who could be listening to this.
Yeah.
There could be a very popular YouTuber listening to this right now who has like 2 million subscribers and have like 1 billion video views.
Does that make them the same level of fame as Will Smith?
I don't know. Does Will Smith have 1 billion video views on YouTube?
Can you be more famous than Will Smith?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Who's more famous? I mean, worldwide, I still think Will Smith is probably...
No. Do they have to be alive, or can they be dead? Let's just say that you include dead people.
Okay.
All right. Charlie Chaplin.
No. I would bet there's plenty of young people who don't know who Charlie Chaplin is.
No. I'm talking about when he was alive.
Oh, when he was alive.
His level of fame was unreal.
It does. You can't
Charlie Chaplin was probably more popular in his day than Michael Jackson was in his day.
Less people had access to movies and TV in the world when Charlie Chaplin was popular.
But they all knew who Charlie Chaplin was.
The ones who had access did, yes.
Even the people who didn't.
And there were less people in the world.
Let's agree
So I bet
disagree.
more people are aware of Will Smith now, just in sheer numbers, than we're aware of Charlie Chaplin.
I would put money against that statement.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would bet you $20 that more people were aware of Charlie Chaplin throughout his career than are aware of Will Smith throughout his career.
Throughout the career? Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, he was around for many, many decades, so yeah, okay.
And also, there really was no one who was more well-known and more popular in the world than Charlie Chaplin.
Okay, but now let's just talk about people who, nowadays, right now.
Okay, like Buster Keaton.
No, right now.
Harold Lloyd. The Ritz brothers.
Right now. People alive now, and
people alive right now.
Only in the time frame of now.
Only in the time frame of now.
Not like multiple decades.
Got it.
Yeah. So, is there someone more...
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
More famous than Will Smith?
I just won. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I won.
More famous than Will Smith?
Absolutely. No doubt whatsoever.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, hands down. You could even say Stallone. Stallone is more famous.
More famous? I don't know.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Will Smith, did you know the popularity? He had a string of like 9 movies that were multi-million dollar blockbusters.
Yeah, I saw his movies. I saw that movie, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Sure,
I saw that.
Sure.
And he did others?
He did, yeah. He did more movies than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I think it's just really cool that he started off, he was just in that rap duo, Kid and Play.
Yeah,
and so he started off in Kid and Play.
Sure.
And then he went on to make the House Party movie, and then he had his own show.
I think you're thinking
of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I'm thinking of Kid and Play. Is that
Kid and Play?
Yeah, is that one person? Or is that 2 people?
Well, it has an and in the middle.
Yeah, right.
So you tell me.
It's not Will Smith though. I don't remember. Good stuff.
I like when you name 2 people with an and in the middle, and you're like, is that one person?
I don't know.
Abbott and Costello. Is that one guy?
Was his name Kid?
Isn't his name Abbott N. Costello?
Yeah.
The letter N. Man, you're opening your phone and looking at stuff
I'm
now,
looking up Kid and Play, because I haven't thought about Kid and Play in a long time.
While he's doing that, guys, I'm just going to check my email. Let's see. So many things coming up here. Coming up like a flower. coming out.
They became born-again Christian, Kid and Play.
Oh my God, the one email I get
Yeah.
is that an episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce was released today, 52 minutes ago. It says, Benson and Benzene, share this clip with your fans.
Oh.
And it just says, now you can be funny.
It should have been released 3 days ago, or 2 days ago.
Well, no.
4 days ago.
No, on Patreon.
Oh, on Patreon.
I get the notification because on Patreon all the episodes come out on Wednesday, and then the plebeians have to wait until the following Sunday. So by the time they get it, it's already 4 days stale.
Yeah.
It's like eating stale bread. All you freebians.
Not really.
Like eating stale bread.
Digital. It doesn't really go bad.
It goes bad. It goes a little bad. Are you reading about Kid and Play?
Sure. They're a born-again Christian group now, apparently.
They're born-again Christian?
Yeah. I said that earlier, and that was the expression that was the reaction I was looking for.
Man, I didn't know that about Kid and Play. All I know is when their movie House Party came out, I legitimately loved it. I thought it was so much fun.
House Party.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
House Party.
I never saw it.
You know what? While I'm here, let's watch the movie House Party. And I'm serious. Let's watch House Party. What year was it from?
1990.
Boy, look at their filmography. They had a bunch of movies.
But look at this. They did House Party in 1990, House Party 2 in 91, House Party 3 in 94, House Party Tonight's the Night 2013.
2013.
And then in 2023 they did a movie called House Party.
In 2023.
Yeah.
So their 2023 House Party is the born again Christian House Party.
Must be.
That's where everybody comes and they have a prayer circle.
I guess so.
Yep. And they summon a demon or whatever. I don't know what they do. I don't know a lot about religion.
No,
but I'm guessing everybody gets together and you summon a demon. What happens?
The 2023 one has mixed reviews.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Not mixed reviews.
Yeah.
Oh no. One time I had a mixed drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this drink's been mixed.
Yeah, we actually had a mixed drink.
Yesterday is what I was talking about. I know.
That's the one time you've ever had one?
That's the one time, yeah.
Wow, you didn't mention that was the first drink you ever had.
First and last.
Well, latest. Yeah. Do you know they're both Kid and Play are both named Christopher?
Whoa, that's why they didn't call it Christopher and Christopher. Because who's gonna buy albums by Christopher and Christopher? Hey, the new Christopher and Christopher movie's out. Let's go see that. Nope. You're not gonna go see that.
Why not?
Who wants to go see a Christopher and Christopher movie?
I mean, I feel like the name doesn't matter. I'm more concerned about what's the movie about. What's the content?
No. It stars Christopher Eccleston.
Yeah.
And Christopher Penn. And
Okay.
I believe Chris Penn passed away, didn't he?
Did it? Yeah, I think he did.
Did he?
Yep.
So it's an old movie.
Okay.
It's Christopher Eccleston at the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
And Christopher Penn
at the end of his
near the end, yeah.
And they called it Christopher and Christopher.
Christopher and Christopher. He's going a whole string of movies
playing themselves.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's just them walking around like on the Venice Beach boardwalk.
That sounds terrible. That does sound like a terrible movie. Yeah.
But at one point they stop and they shop for T-shirts.
Okay.
And they look at a bunch of different T-shirts and they decide they didn't buy one. They didn't find the perfect shirt. You know, sometimes you got to find the perfect shirt.
Is that's the conflict, the central conflict of the story?
That is the only conflict in the story.
They couldn't find the shirt.
Couldn't find the shirt.
Yeah, they both. Yeah.
And then the owner of the store, because they're there for like the movie's like 2.5 hours long, and they're there for about 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
In the T-shirt store, and the owner for like the last 40 minutes is like, "Are you guys gonna buy anything?" And they're like, "We don't know. We haven't found the perfect shirt." And they're looking at all the shirts. Mm-hmm. And then at one point, you think they found the perfect shirt, but they only had it in a size medium. And they needed an extra large.
Wait, they both were getting one shirt? Wait, what?
They both were going to get one shirt and then just trade off.
Okay.
Like one would have it on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the other would have it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then the next week they'd switch.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep it uneven. One person gets it 2 days a week.
Well, you might say they crisscross.
They crisscross.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Another 90s reference.
Yeah.
Do you remember the group Crisscross? They wear their pants backwards.
They make you jump.
They just turned their jeans around backwards.
They did.
And do you know why they did that? And it's actually really, really smart. If you turn your jeans around backwards, no one's going to be able to steal your wallet because it's now in the front. Your back pocket's now in the front. Very easy to not shoplift, but to pickpocket someone when their wallet's in their back pocket. Turn your pants around, guys. You need to think.
You know, that reminds me of a true story.
Yes.
In L.A.
Let's hear it.
China and I went to a restaurant.
The country of China and you went to a restaurant?
Yes. I'm going to let you believe that.
Okay.
Yes, and we went to this restaurant.
It must have been a big restaurant.
We were sitting kind of near the entrance of the restaurant.
Okay.
Ate our whole meal.
Yep.
We got up. We walked out. We paid. Well, of course, we paid. And then we got up and we walked out. And on the way out, a man got up that I remember. I don't remember what he looked like, but I remember him near us. Got up, ran right past me, tapped my butt, and then ran into a car, and the car drove away. He was trying to get my wallet from my back pocket, but I had my wallet in my front pocket.
Unbelievable.
Yep.
So you almost got pickety-pocketed.
Pickety-pocketed. Luckily, I keep my wallet in my front pocket.
That's smart.
Bitch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get pickety-pocketed.
Yeah. No. I'm glad he didn't use a knife to cut my pocket open or something, That would have been.
I have a friend who once went to Europe, and he had his bags, and they got on this train, and they were near the exit doors of the train, and they were on the train, and before the doors closed, there was some racket on the other side of the train, and so he looked over to see what the racket was, turned back around, his bags were all gone.
Oh my God.
So they were in cahoots with each other. You got the people making the racket and the distraction, and then you got the people who steal the bags right before the door closes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
had all of his bags stolen, and he went, and he was like, "Oh man!" But then he was like, "You know what? They did a good job.
They deserved it.
They really, they planned it well. They worked hard on it. So I don't have my bags. So I have all my things and my identification and all my clothes and my medication.
Sure.
So what? It's not going to ruin my trip."
Huh? He really had that reaction.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming because he's still alive and he's fine, and he had a vacation. Probably got to buy a bunch of new stuff. Who doesn't like to buy new things?
I mean, not having your identification seems pretty challenging.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's not like you ever need it.
Yeah. If you're.
When's the last time someone says, "Show me some identification"?
A lot of times.
Let me see your papers.
Going into a bar, even to this day, sometimes people need to see my ID.
Yeah.
Even though, because I look so good. Probably.
I mean, you do look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking for a second, like, how old is this guy? Is this guy like 7 years old?
Yeah, exactly.
He looks about 7.
Yeah, which is too young, really. You don't really want to look that young.
You don't want to look that young when you go into a bar.
No.
Get out of here, kid. This is for adults only.
But
I'm 40.
But also, being in a foreign country, you do need a passport. You need that. So
need is subjective.
No, in this case. It's the law.
Is it?
It's international law.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll trust you.
Okay.
I feel like you're not really keeping track of the time, are you?
No, I was, but when I said it was Patreon only section earlier, you got so mad, so I assumed you were keeping track of this.
I got really angry.
Yeah. So.
But guess what, folks?
Yeah.
That's the end of this episode of Two Guys Talking About Lettuce. My name is Greg Benson.
My name is Craig Benzine.
Thank you for listening. We love you.
I don't really know many of you, but
it doesn't matter if you know them or not. Just say you love them. Weird, inappropriate.
I'm talking about lettuce.